Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Kiara Washington Speaks. Welcome back to my page. First of all, to every single person who's been coming across the content, who's been engaging, I appreciate you. To all of my returning subscribers who have been here since 2017, thank you all for always supporting and for always engaging. I wanted to come on here really quickly because I wanted to share two books that have really helped me throughout my going on 8-year sales career. I've always said this and I'll say it again. I have not had a perfect sales career. I have had some extreme lows. I have had some extreme highs, and I've been in the middle. So I want you all to give yourself grace as you continue to go throughout this journey. But tips, tools, and strategies always help us to get better and to improve ourselves as we are on this journey, right? So 2 books, right? First book is going to be Fanatical Prospecting. This is not a sponsorship, y'all. This is just books. These are just books that have helped me a lot throughout my sales career. So this is Fanatical Prospecting by Jeb Blount. I actually was inspired to grab this book when I was interviewing to become a business account manager in 2020. My mentor at the time told me, hey, Kiara, if you want to really do well in your sales career and you really want to outdo the competition, you're going to need to get this book. So Fanatical Prospecting by Jeb Blount. And what I will say are some of the key takeaways for me in this book is going to be, number one, mindset. Because what we know when it really comes to really doing well in sales is your mindset truly matters, right? You can literally try to start from any angle, but mindset is going to be key, and it's going to be the number one thing to truly get your head in the game and to be consistent while you're on this journey. Secondly, I would say developing the strategies, the tips, the tools to be able to overcome objections and to turn objections into yeses. So turn your no's into yeses. This book really details this out very good. I will kind of just show you, I've read this book so much. As you can see, I have a lot of highlighted pages because I have a lot of favorite chapters in here. One of my favorite chapters is to cold call or to not cold call. This really helps you to really just say, look, if I'm sitting here for 5 or 10 minutes trying to figure out the perfect script, trying to figure out what to say, I could have made maybe 3 or 4 phone calls by that time. So add this book to the repertoire, okay? Second book. Now, this book is a staple in any self-development arena that you may find yourself in, but it just helps with the overall progression as you continue to get better as a person and as you continue to get better throughout your life. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. All right? Like I said, this is not a sponsorship. These are just books that have helped me a lot throughout my sales career and just self-development career in general. Y'all, this book is a life changer. Okay? One thing I really love about this book, I've read it now probably at least like 5 or 6 times. In the last few years, I've read it at least 5 or 6 times. But what I will say is the way the book teaches you how to read it is it tells you, read the first chapter, meditate on it, like think on it, go back and reread the chapter you just read. So what it does is it helps you to kind of gain more of a deeper understanding of what it is that you're taking in. Not to mention, when you read something the first time, you want to read it to just get an understanding of it. The second time, you may want to go back, take notes, do your highlighting, things like that. This is a great book. This book even gives you stories of just people throughout history who may have thought that they were doing something correct or right. And even though for people looking on the outside in, they may have thought, well, no, that person's crazy. Their mindset and what they thought was more right? So it kind of just teaches you to be less judgmental. It teaches you to have more of an open-minded approach when you go into situations and to really think less of yourself and more about the overall situation. Especially when it comes to sales, you want to prioritize people over yourself. This is how you truly gain and build good relationships when it comes to the sales arena. So I'll put both of them back up again. Fanatical Prospecting, let me do one at a time. And How to Win Friends and Influence People. Okay, y'all, both of these are great books. They're great books. And what I would say is if you're thinking in order of how to read them, I would say if you're just starting your sales career, and say you're trying to just figure out how to really nourish and build relationships, start with this one first. If you already have been in your sales career for quite some time and you're just trying to really up the ante, I would go to Fanatical Prospecting first, then this one. Either way, I think both are great reads, and I think you need to go ahead and order them. Okay? All right, y'all. Please feel free to drop down in the comments if you have any questions. I also want to say this before I get off. People have been continuing to get more interviews, continuing to relocate, and I love this for you all. So I'm very proud of your progress. I'm very proud of the fact that you all are continuing to get something out of the content, because sometimes y'all be like, should I make more content? Should I make more videos? And I'll be like, yes, Kiara's helping. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. So I truly appreciate you all. Thank you so much for always stopping by and supporting. I'm your girl, Kiara Washington Speaks. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.